Happy Monday. Hope you had a fantastic night's sleep. Hope you got off to a great start. And we're shooting an early video today. Actually, a live video. It's currently 7:02 a.m. here in Austin, Texas, Central Standard Time. I've been up since about 3:45. Got a lot done already today and decided to shoot a little video because today we're going to talk about the difference between pharmacy, spelled F-A-R-M, as in farm and agriculture, versus pharmacy, which is P-H-A-R-M, talking medications. So hey, before we do that, and before we kind of get going here for a minute, if this is your first time, just type first timer where you're patching in from. If you're a veteran, just type veteran and where you're patching in from. And this morning is just a little bit of an intro. I'm actually going to go live tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with all of the meat and potatoes, cancel that, or vegetables, and kind of give you a lot more information. So this morning's really just a primer to kind of give you some ideas on what's available to you and for you, because currently speaking, the GDP, or gross domestic product, I believe is the acronym, for heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, here's what it racks in a year. This is crazy, it's profound, it's a bit out of my box, honestly. So it equates to about $1.5 trillion. Now, this information I'm getting from What the Health, which you've heard me talk about. It's a documentary. You can easily watch it on Netflix. I highly encourage you to invest some time on Netflix. The beauty of Netflix is about $8.99 a month, and there's a ton of documentaries and things that you can get information on and really find out like what's going on behind the scenes, because the things that are going on in our culture, not a lot of it's discussed to actually what it does, why it is, GMOs, prescription medications, where the medications actually come from, what the counterparts are in a natural existing environment, and why you can use them. And what most people don't understand is they think that their genes is what's controlling their destiny, and that is false. That's a lie. That keeps you in the position of being a victim, which I know you're not a victim. You know you're not a victim. Yet we've been taught and told otherwise to keep us conditioned to think that life is just going to happen to us and we have no say-so, and our parents had it, so you're going to get it. That is not the truth. That's actually a lie. And why that is a lie is because of this. You could easily go to and check out the book. You've heard me talk about this before. You can go check out the book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. He literally proves through science and through his background and his educational background. This guy's a very well-known guy with what he does, and he's very accredited, so he's a very credible source. He actually goes through and proves how we, meaning you and I, are really just a product of our perceptions about our experiences. So whatever experiences we have in life, whatever we believe and make up about those experiences is how we're going to perceive and to carry through our life. So if the doctor says, hey, well, your mom and dad have cancer, you're going to have it too, and you believe that, then guess what? You're going to get it. Instead of that, if you say, well, I'm not bound to any of the things that have happened to my mom or my dad or my past or genetic lineage, and I'm choosing otherwise, and this is my belief system, and this is my perspective about my life and this situation that I'm in, then that's a bit different. So it's really important to understand that I'm talking 80 to 90% of illnesses that people come down with are preventable through lifestyle and nutrition choices. And most importantly, your emotional well-being. That's important. So let's just check in for a second. So I can't see comments for some reason. I don't know if my phone's pulling them up. So if you have comments, just go ahead and post them. I'll get to them shortly. What I would suggest to do, if this is your first time, just type first timer where you're patching in from. If you are a veteran, just type veteran, welcome aboard. I cannot see any of my comments for some reason, so maybe they're on there, maybe they're not. Either way, welcome to Monday. It's going to be an amazing day. Hopefully you're off to a great start. It's a little bit early for most people, yet if you're on the other part of the world, Hawaii, Australia, it's about nighttime for you and you're getting ready to lay down. So I'll leave you with some good words of wisdom to wake up to when you get home, when you actually wake up. And tonight, which will be your morning, hey Tanya, there you go. Good morning, young lady, how are you? Hey Tanya, let me know how I can support you best. And that goes for all of you that are on here. Chris and my mission, so you know, is to provide amazing information, provide amazing wisdom that we've seen create miracles in people's lives consistently. And it's not just something that we made up. Really what we do is help you get back to mastering the basics and understanding God's plan for your life and understanding God's foods and God's wisdom that you can plug into your life and get results consistently. What's up, Johnson? I'm a Johnson too, maybe we're related. So welcome aboard, Tim. So I have some questions for you. What is your biggest challenge currently? And you'll find I'm extremely active on Facebook, so you can get a hold of me pretty easily. Here's what I do suggest for you to do so that we can serve you on a higher level. This, for those of you hopping aboard for your first time, send us a direct message right here on Think Great Lose Weight and type the word first timer. You can type the word 1STTIMER, or you can spell it out first. Hey Sherry. Here's the thing, when you do that, we've got some resources set up for you to kind of give you an idea of who we are, what we do, why we do it, and how we can best serve you so you can maximize your experience. Chris is out of town currently. I believe he's going to be doing a training for our closed members today, our closed group. So when I say closed group, we've got a group of family members that have, what's up Veronica, that have either invested in any of our digital programs, they've taken some of our 30-day challenges, they're our one-on-one clients. There's a class and a group that we have within the group where we go through every Monday and answer questions and basically do a training just for them. That's obviously something you can take advantage of if you decide to move forward. Either way, we have a ton of resources for you. If you're looking for free information, we have over 500 resources. Just go send us a direct message and type the word free, F-R-E-E. We have more videos than you could possibly watch in your lifetime. So take advantage of those and use them, and just understand, like, what we really do is help people like yourself undergo what we call human optimization. Hey Tina. Human optimization, meaning understanding how to be the best version of yourself and also being able to identify when you are not. So if you're having pains, if you're on medications, if you're having illnesses, if you have disease, if you have any emotional challenges, these things means that these are interrupting you from being your best version. Hey Nicole, and what we do is help you to uncover these things. Hey Cynthia, good morning young lady. What we do is really help you uncover these things, and we use a myriad of different things through body language, nutrition. You probably come to our videos or come to our trainings through the videos, through nutrition videos that we put out. So here's the interesting thing is Chris and I have been blessed, even myself, blessed to have well over 100,000 hours cranked out in holistic health and wellness. And I started doing this stuff when I was 7. So there's not many things that we can't address and give you some valid information and wisdom to start using to implement and change. Now here's the cool thing. The stuff that we share with you it's stuff that works immediately. You don't have to wait a year or a month to figure out like what's going on, if it's working or not. So we can help you pretty fast. So just really what we encourage you to do is just to give us 1% of your trust. What's up, Fred? Just give us 1% of your trust and we'll earn the other 99. And we're just going to ask you to be open-minded, because the things that we share are much different and probably out of the box than what most people are going to discuss. Us being very well versed in the world of health and wellness, we talk about a lot of different stuff, and what we look to do is create miracles as fast as possible through understanding what those ninja tricks are. One of those is language. You may hear us say things or position words differently, and that's because there's called language, conscious language, which means being aware and being awake of what you're actually saying and the physiological response that is creating within your body. Most people don't know that. So when you're talking about reversing illnesses and challenges and diseases, language is the first place to start. It's the fastest way to upgrade or downgrade your life. So when you're talking about pharmacy versus pharmacy, if you're really serious and committed to your outcome, the best place to start is with your language. Now we have tons of resources to help you out with all this stuff, and I'm putting a lot of rapid fire information on you so you can kind of understand the complexities, but also understand the simplicities and what you can actually do right now, because I'm just going to share with you my personal experience. I'm just going to ask you to be open-minded, and I'm going to be Brian because I don't know how to be Frank, right? So I've been blessed to work with well over probably 70,000 people at this point since I've started doing my thing. And I can tell you that I have seen and heard horror story after horror story of doctors and medical professions giving advice that's just it doesn't even make logical sense. And I'm not here to bash anyone. I am here, however, to tell you that there is a different way. And your Western medicine doctor more than likely is not going to understand that, because that's not where their skill sets lie. Hey, Shannon, trying to give you an idea, less than 6%, now just bear with me on this one, it's kind of scary. Less than 6% of graduating physicians, Western medicine that is, have a minimum of 3 hours of nutritional education. So when I share with you something, if you say, hey Brian, I've got asthma and I'm not sure what to do, well, you can actually go to your grocery store and get some kiwis. You can drop your milk if you're on any dairy products. You can start with kiwis, and personally, I've seen kiwis reverse asthma. How is that? Well, all of the foods that are at our grocery store, God has created from knowing the end to the beginning, and there are foods, there are nutrients, there are phytochemicals in there that actually help to reverse these types of challenges. Hey Barbie, good morning young lady. So if you know someone who has asthma, there's a couple things to consider. Number one, kiwis can help because of the vitamin C. What's up, Auntie? I was thinking about you this morning. Because of the vitamin C. All right, there's other cofactors in there that help that, but if you've got allergies and things like that, you can actually try the kiwi, and you may notice some pretty significant differences pretty fast. If you're going to do it for that purpose, don't put it in a smoothie. Just take it straight so it gets straight into your bloodstream. Now, here's the thing. There's actually studies done in Italy on kids that they actually implemented the kiwi, and they implemented high amounts of vitamin C, really, and they actually saw a massive difference in wheezing and coughing and things declined. Yep, and that's because the kiwi. Now, here's something really important to understand, because in my opinion, hey, Christina, in my opinion, here's the important part. This is where we differ from a lot of people. We personally believe that there is an emotional catalyst or an emotional response that happens first that then triggers the physical experience or the physical symptom. And if you're talking about lungs, which we were talking about just as an example, hey, Rosemary, hey, I haven't got a chance to look at your message last night. I'll check it out. I went to bed about 9:30. I was hanging out with my daughter before we went to sleep, and I got about 3:45, so I'll check it out here shortly. So here's the thing. When you understand that, you literally can go to your grocery store and start making a massive difference. You can turn your grocery store into your new doctor. And there's a lot of people on the field opposite of mine that don't really care, or aren't really too excited about the things that I do, yet it's my mission to empower you with the truth. It's my mission to serve you with information that is so simple your little ones could actually understand it. And to them it actually makes sense. We've been so far deviated due to the propaganda and the big pharma and the doctors and things that get us so far away of nature that that's just not the truth. So what we do is we focus on air, water, food, and consciousness, which are the four things you're going to die without in that order. So for those of you all just hopping aboard, the best thing to do for you is just send us a direct message with the word first timer. This will actually allow you to access resources we specifically created for you. And when you send us a direct message, we have a whole library of information back there to give you tools. If you're looking for stuff on blending, hey, Samuel, I think I got it right. Good morning. Forgive me if I didn't. We've got a whole library of resources back there for you to take advantage of, and it's really at your own pace. So you can dig in and find stuff. You can look at client success stories. Like, here's something interesting for you. If you're on medications right now, here's what I would invite you to consider. One of our friends, one of my longtime friends from college, high school actually, Violet Hall, she came to me a while back and was on 5 medications for 30 years. And I'm not talking about little aspirins. I'm talking about Adderalls and things for depression and things like that. We literally were able to resolve those issues within 2 months, off of 5 medications in 2 months. Fast. Hey, Linda. Yeah, beetroot help with anemia because of the iron. Now, here's something important. That's a great statement. So beetroot can actually help with anemia. So if you have anemia, here's the important part. You remember me talking about the kiwi? If you're using the beet for iron purposes, in order to maximize that, you need to eat the kiwi or a camu berry, which is your highest source of vitamin C. You need to have a vitamin C source with your beet to help absorb the iron most efficiently. All right, here's something else for you too. For those of you that may have someone who's got dementia or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, or you've got heavy metal issues, not like the rock and roll band, but yet talking about, I'm looking to make sure I got an ant on my foot. Talking about heavy metal issues in your brain fats. One of the most important foods that you can do is the cilantro herb. The cilantro herb helps to chelate or pull out the metals out of the fats in your brain. Now, when you do that, you need to pair either the asparagus, the avocado, or the broccoli with it. Those are your top 3 detoxifiers, and we'll talk more about this tonight. I'm just giving you some basic pointers right now. The top 3 detoxifiers that we have are asparagus, avocado, and broccoli. Those are the highest 3 foods in glutathione. Glutathione is a fancy word for phase 2 enzyme, which means it detoxifies your whole body. So have you noticed this before? If you ever go to the restroom after you have asparagus, you'll notice that your urine smells a bit more pungent. And that is because it's pulling all the toxins out of your kidney and your liver. Very important. That's your highest detoxifying food. And the key thing to understand is that a body is going to get ill first because there's either emotions that haven't been resolved, and here's the cool part. Western medicine does not acknowledge this. Whenever you have organ systems that are impacted, let's talk about diabetes, for example. When you have diabetes, your pancreas is what's being impacted. Now, the emotional component that goes along with pancreas is grief, sorrow, So when you have an emotion that has not been resolved appropriately for your emotional body, it's going to impact that specific organ system. This is not something that Western medicine is going to acknowledge at all. So what I'm merely offering to you is just to be open-minded. I'm asking you to prove all things and hold fast to that which is true. I'm sharing with you the truth that I've seen for myself, the truth that's been passed down to me through my coaching, through my lineages of information, and also what I've seen work consistently in people's lives. And if you're looking for the most fascinating stuff that I've ever come across, it's going to be body language. It's understanding this. I'm offering to you to consider this. Every time you do an itch or you do a scratch or you have a pain or a symptom or a rash, that's actually emotional information, and you can actually decode it. Now, how much of an impact in your life do you think that it would make if you actually understood what your emotional body was attempting to communicate to you? I tell my clients this much: if you don't understand that, you're living at about 50% of your capacity. And when you actually understand what these things mean, wow, you're going to be having a conversation. As a matter of fact, your body's probably doing something right now. That's actually information, and you can decode it. Now, the key is, if you're really looking to avoid the pharmacy aspect of it, you get to understand what your emotional body is attempting to communicate to you. You understand that by body language. I also understand that by language code. So if someone's talking and they start stuttering 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, that's emotional information. If I was talking to you right now and I said, and hey, if I stutter twice, that means emotionally, underneath my awareness until now, I'm functioning in apathy, which means I can't, this is too hard. Now, here's the thing. If someone's functioning in that mindset and that belief system and they continue on that, that's going to start impacting their lymphatic system. So when someone has lymphatic issues, drainage issues, snotty issues, they have lymphomas and lymphatic cancers, this means they have had the belief system of, I can't, this is too hard. And it has been intense, and it has gotten more intense, and as it intensifies, the symptoms start to also intensify until they either die or resolve it. So here's a ninja trick for you. Here's a consciousness upgrade. So if you can actually use, instead of saying, I can't, this is too hard, you use, I choose to make this fun and easy, and you can actually shift immediately. Morning, buddy. So I'm going to repeat that again, because here's the thing. If you don't walk away with anything that I share, and you walk away with this, people have, out of all the people that pay me a chunk of money to serve them, here's what happens. This is by far one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I get that has helped them the most. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to invite you to use it verbally about 30 times today, and you tell me tonight when you hop on my phone call on my training at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you tell me how it worked out for you, or just send me a message. So here's what you're going to do. When you feel your butt tense up and you get stressed, you're going to say, I choose to make this fun and easy. Now, I'm going to request for you to comment that, and I'm going to request that you regurgitate that back in your comment section so I can see if you got the proper languaging pattern down. Your language is the fastest way for you to upgrade or downgrade your life. Fastest. I've seen miracles happen consistently in my line of work and the mission that I get to do, and it's because of language patterns. If you can shift what you're saying, you're going to shift immediately how you feel. When you shift how you feel, you're going to change what you're attracting into your life. If you're functioning on sorrow and I'm not good enough, you're going to get more people, circumstances, situations, and events that match that feeling. What does this have to do with pharmacy? A lot. Because when you actually have emotional belief systems and patterns that are not supporting your highest I am that I am, or your highest God presence, you're leaving room for pharmacies. Not farm, F-A-R-M. You're leaving opportunities for the Western medicine system to diagnose you with something that is an emotional issue or challenge. And when you do that, all of a sudden, then they can treat it. And now all of a sudden you've got some issues on your hand. And I'm looking to empower you with the truth so you can avoid that. Hey, Aida. I choose to make this fun and easy. You are going to have an amazing day today, I assure you. So, hey, that's all I have right now, unless you have a couple of questions. If you got a couple of questions, I'll hang around for a couple of minutes. Just post them, and I'll be glad to give you some value and give you some feedback real quick. He's 6 years, and he's gained so much weight. Okay, awesome. Does that make sense, Esther? So hey, check it out. Instead of saying today, just say I choose to make this fun and easy. That way it applies to every day. There you go. Look at y'all. You're going to have an amazing day today, I assure you. We're setting you up for success. That's the key. If you don't set yourself up for success, you're allowing yourself to undergo failure. Plan your work and work your plan. Perfect. So hey, feel free to send me some messages if you have any questions. It's been great to connect with all of you, my veterans, my first timers. Look forward to serving you on a higher level. The best thing you can do is send us a direct message here on Think Great, Lose Weight and access the resources that we have for you. Hey, Corey, access the resources we have for you so you can have some more tools that you can use right now. But here's the thing. We share information and wisdom based on what can help you right now. That's how we base our information and the effectiveness of it and the value that we provide. So first timers, send us a direct message with the word first timer, and that'll actually access resources that we created just for you. If you're really interested in speeding up your results, check out our 30-day challenge. It's coming up 2 weeks. I've got a few spots remaining, but 30-day challenge is where you're in a group with me and 4 or 5, maybe 10 max other people solving problems and helping you to integrate these tools into your life, from everything from nutrition to mindsets to meditation to emotional breakthrough, emotional trauma, all that stuff. It's pretty much whatever goes in my 30-day challenge. Purse. Hey, Jenny, welcome aboard. So that's all I have. Any questions for you real quick? Or any questions for me? I appreciate you. It's been great to connect with you this morning. You got our day started off to an amazing start, which is really the key. Here's another thing I'm going to share with you. Download this app called Breathe. Just like it sounds, like breathing. Breathe. And you're going to set the reminder for 30 times a day. Now, the Breathe reminder is a blue app with a white dot on it. Download it. Set it for 30 reminders a day. This has been one of the most influential tools for me to use to help stay in a beautiful state, as Tony Robbins would say. Helps you to stay in a magnificent state of enthusiasm and gratitude. Okay? What it'll do is it'll send you reminders throughout the day. Hey, just send me a message, Shani. I can help you. Oh, got it. There you go, Rosemary. Did you get it from me or did you have it already? I like you already. So what happens is when you use this app, it's free, which is great. It'll send you however many reminders. I suggest 30, and I have a whole list of questions that I have that I change and interchange throughout that. Okay? Use it. It'll help you to stay conscious throughout the day and get out of old programs. Oh, nice. You must be on the same frequency as I. That's great. What it'll help you to do is it'll help you to stay present. It'll help you to ask questions. And here's the thing, like, you're not looking to make a 180-degree shift. If you do, great. What you're looking for is 1-degree shifts throughout the day to change your trajectory over time, almost immediately. So if you have questions that help you redirect your focus, it's going to help you to understand more of your emotional body. And for those of you looking to move forward faster, I've got some tools I share with my 30-day challenge and my personal clients to help you have a skill set to plug into every hour of the day so you can determine where you're actually functioning at emotionally. When you understand this, to kind of give you an idea, I haven't been sick in 27 years. I don't get sick. It's because of my mindset. It's also because of my skill sets. And these are all things that are learnable and teachable. So you just get to be open-minded. Hey, Johnson, send me a message here on Think Great, Lose Weight. That way, whenever you get back there into our message area, I can communicate with you more efficiently and we can figure out what your next step is and I can direct resources to you. What's up, Big John? I can direct some resources towards you and help you and get you there as fast as possible. Just all I'm going to encourage you to do is just be open-minded and give yourself permission to take the next step. Knowledge is not power. It's absolutely useless if you don't use it. So you got to make sure you use it. You got to make sure you be open-minded and really give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you notice I'm using some interesting phrases right now. That's the conscious language piece, as my coach calls it. Being aware and using language commands that empower your subconscious to move forward, because it's not about your thinker. It's about what's operating underneath your thinker that's either going to align with it or not. So your subconscious is where all your gold is. If you can reprogram it and you can understand what your subconscious is attempting to communicate to you by itches and scratches, now all of a sudden you're talking about living in the matrix, yet it's very real. The more I understand more about what I do and the things that God has for us, I understand more that we're actually living in the matrix. So get yourself ready. Have an amazing day. For those of you that require some support or looking for more resources, just like I said, send us a direct message. Information is free. If you're a first timer here, send me a direct message here on Think Great Lose Weight with the word first timer. 1ST space TIMER, or spell it out FIRST space timer. So that's all I got. I look forward to connecting with you further. Make sure you join me tonight. We're actually going to go through the content that I'm creating for you right now at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So have an amazing day, and remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.